Okay, so you don't think you're an alcoholic because you don't drink every day, and yeah, you can stop whenever you want to. You can take breaks, and the only problem is once you start, you can't stop. That, my friend, means you are on the substance use disorder spectrum. If you cannot stop drinking once you start, the neurological pathways in your brain have changed. That means the lack of control means the prefrontal cortex, the executive functioning, the part of your brain that looks at consequences is no longer online once you've started drinking. So the reward centers of the brain, what used to be like a really natural, normal functioning process with getting a dopamine, better high, doing it again, better dopamine, getting a high, but still the decisions are still going past this part of the brain. So that's where you can stop. If you can't stop, that wiring has changed. And that means that you have a pathological and a physiological addiction to alcohol. Now, I'm not going to tell you you're an addict, it's really bad. I don't know you, I don't know how bad it is. But if you start and you can't stop, you are on the substance use disorder spectrum. Fact. So now the question is, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to look at quitting? Are you going to look at taking a break? My recommendation would be that you take a break, see how you go, and then if that doesn't work, we look more seriously at taking an indefinite break. But I just want to answer that for anyone who thinks that they're not an alcoholic because they can stop. I was like you too. I used to be able to stop and take long stops from drinking, but eventually addiction catches up with you. It starts out like that, but eventually you lose control more often. So if you can just catch it now while there's minimum consequences, good for you, because I wish I'd learned this lesson earlier, that when you start drinking but you can't stop, you have a problem that needs to be treated. So that's what we want to do here on this channel, is look at some solutions to how you treat the problem. So just really want to speak to those people that don't identify with alcoholism because they can stop. I too was you. It gets worse and you do lose that control altogether. And the other excuse that I hear often is that, well, it's not the pathological self-soothing of a deep psychological wound, like I say in all of my videos, because I drink when I'm really happy and I don't change personalities when I drink. Me too. My ex-fiance said it was really hard to leave me because I was actually pretty good drunk. I was very loving, and then I just went to sleep. And also, I never got angry or mad. There was a point towards the end when people wanted to take the alcohol off me that I get a bit vicious. But in the early days when it was just, I drank too much, once I started, sometimes, not all the time, sometimes I couldn't stop, but it becomes more often. This is a progressive disorder. It becomes more often. So if you are already exhibiting some of the symptoms, then stay with me and let's catch this. Let's get your life in order, get you back on track. And but if you ignore this, it's like ignoring a cancer. It is only going to get worse, and then the only option is long-term sobriety.